Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it is September, yay! So it's a new release for Colorful Life Designs. Here is what I'm using today. I'm using a brand new stencil called the Sunflower Scroll, and it's very pretty, and it's 6x6, and I'm using some distress ink, colored pencils, and I'm just going to be ink blending it with mustard seed distress oxide ink and espresso or ground espresso distress ink. So I don't know if you have checked out the new release, but we have several new stencils and a new stamp set, which is super fun. And I love sunflowers, so I could not wait to get this stencil and ink blend it, and I thought I would try something different using black cardstock, which I never do. And so I'm very heavy-handed because, as you know, black is black and it's hard to get color to show, but this oxide ink really helps. And I'm going to be using some ground espresso for the centers of the sunflowers. And again, a little heavy-handed here. My stencil does move a little bit, so you can always use pixie spray. It didn't move too much, so it didn't bother me that much. And I'm just going to go over it a little more. You can never have too much ink. And there it goes, and moved again. And then I will be using my Prismacolor pencils, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of color, shadow. So just on the petals here, I'm just going to add some yellow, and then I'm going to be using some brown and some white. So all you need is a little bit. I could have used a little more color, but I kept it simple. So really pretty. So I go back and I add a little bit more through the stencil, and I also ink blend a little bit of those, of the extra design on there that are not the sunflowers. And I'm going to be cutting my cardstock to make a square card. So really pretty. I love how that looks. I think it would be really pretty if you're into tattoos, if you got something like this. I think it would be really pretty. I don't have any tattoos, I'm afraid. I don't know, I get tired of things really easily, and so I don't know what I would want to tattoo on my body. So I'm probably like one of the last ones who doesn't have any tattoos. And so I'm just cutting my cardstock here for a square size, and then I'm going to be using my Tim Holtz torn decal trimmer to give some interest to the sides of this card, or this panel. So here I am, I'm just cutting some of the ends here. And it didn't make too much of a difference, so I'm going to try and cut a little more. I'm a little bit of a over trimmer, so I did trim this card a little more than the first card sample that I made, but that's okay because it's homemade and I like all different shapes of cards. I hope you do too. And so after I trim my card here, my panel, I am going to be gluing it to a coordinating card base. and it will be white. And still trimming. Like I said, I kept trimming because it didn't look straight, and I was like, how am I going to, how is it supposed to look like my other card that I made? But I'm done. So here is my card base, and I'm just going to glue that with liquid glue. And I'm using a foiled sentiment strip, and I will show you my strips that I made a bunch of, and I just pick from it every once in a while. It's very helpful, and I should be a little more organized, but this serves me just fine. So I didn't have the exact same sentiment that I had for my first card, which was happy birthday, so I chose celebrate, which is to me pretty much the same thing. So here is my sentiment strips. And they're all foiled, all different colored foil and cardstock. And this is from Ellen Hudson, and it was a foil plate, and then it had the coordinating die. So very nice. So I cut my sentiment, and I'm just going to glue it with liquid glue, and then I'm going to add some gold confetti embellishments, and that finishes this card. So I hope you like it. I hope I inspired you to try it. Try black cardstock with your stencils. I had a lot of fun making it, and I'll probably make more cards using black cardstock now. And so here is my code. Use VonFan10 to save 10% off your purchases, and that is anytime. And I appreciate you joining me today. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I will be back soon with another video. Check out the new release at Colorful Life Designs. I will have everything in the description down below. And have a great day.